Hey everyone, twin flame messages for today. I want to try and get back to doing these more regularly. Okay, so you'll see why, but I feel like this is largely focused on the divine feminines. The karmic situation could even be specific for the divine feminines, but it can also pertain to divine masculines. Okay, so this group doesn't know what path to take right now. You're trying to figure it out. Like I said, this could be the divine feminines or it could be the masculines. It's trying to figure out how to navigate away from this karmic situation, okay? So for the masculines, it can be trying to figure out how to get out of it. For feminines, it can be trying to figure out how to get out of a karmic situation. But it also can be feminines who are trying to figure out what they should do in their lives right now while they're waiting for their masculines to deal with their own karmic situation. So there's multiple ways this can apply here, okay? But basically you have lots of different options on your path forward and you're trying to figure out which one to take. And Spirit is trying to bring light to options and possibilities for you that are less obvious, and you're just trying to figure it out. And like I said, this is all because of the karmic situation. This karmic situation is a toxic one. It's a negative person who only cares about themselves, is only looking out for their own best interests. Whether your masculine needs to get away from this person, whether the feminine needs to get away from this person, or the feminine is waiting for the masculine to get away from this person. Whatever it is, that's the holdup. That's what's causing this pondering of what do I do right now? How do I get out of this? Or what do I do in the meantime? It's important to recognize that this is a karmic cycle that it has to be addressed. It has to be dealt with. I mean, we need to understand when you aren't understanding the journey or what you're going through, you just see everything as, why do I have to deal with this? Why me? Why? But here's the why. The why is from the higher perspective. These karmic cycles and these soul contracts with these people go back multiple lifetimes, and these are karmic cycles that need to be addressed once and for all. So no matter who it is, you are going through the process of facing these, whatever it is, the lessons involved with this person in this situation. You're facing them head on, you're being forced to by Spirit, and you're in the process of addressing what needs to be addressed, healing what needs to be healed, and finding your way out, digging yourself out of that karmic trench and finding your way out of that situation and onto better paths. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. It's hard for the person going through it. It's hard for the person waiting for the other one to go through it. It requires constant perseverance and strength and just putting one foot in front of the other day after day, and not giving up. But Spirit is showing you here with this card that you will reach the top. You will succeed and be victorious. You have to persevere through the difficulties of this journey and not give up. And here's the journey card. You're on a twin flame journey. And this is the process of leaving behind the 3D, leaving behind everything that is not meant for you, leaving behind all of the conditioning that has been ingrained in you and your whole life, leaving behind these karmic people and situations and cycles, both of these here, and moving ahead in a new positive direction for yourself, for your future, for your twin flame relationship and connection. And the possibilities are endless once you start moving forward. But before you can start moving forward, you have to completely let go of everything that is being left behind. This card can also represent travel and relocation, which may apply to some of you as well. Okay, so what you need to do right now, feminines, what you need to do right now is focus on your spiritual awakening. Focus on your spiritual gifts, learning how to connect with your intuition, learning how to silence your ego center, connect with your intuition. Use your spiritual gifts, whether that's your gifts of vision and connection with Spirit, or it's your gifts of healing abilities to help others. But that's what you need to focus on right now. Like while you're waiting for the masculine to go through his side of the process, this is what you need to focus on. And look at this here. This is why I said this is about the feminines. The Queen of Forces, the Queen of Scrolls, the Queen of Roses. The feminine you need to stop focusing on the masculine right now, and you need to focus on yourself. Don't worry about the masculine. He's going to get there. It's guaranteed. It's a promise. You know, the divine feminines lead the connection and lead the journey. They're the ones who pretty much make the decisions. Okay, so this varies depending on which type of twin flame you are, because I've discussed this at length with Spirit, and I will post more about it. But for soul split twin flames, for most of them, sorry, I'm just thinking back from my conversation with Spirit. For most of the soul split twin flames, the free will is divided between the divine feminine and the masculine, and the divine feminine holds it. And soul will. Okay, so because the divine feminine holds the free will, she's the one that leads the connection. Whatever the divine feminine decides, the masculine follows. And soul will also overrides free will overall in these connections. So you guys are being guided down your soul path by your higher selves. And there's no way around that, because the degree to which soul will overrides free will. Now, this does vary by the type of twin flame you are, like I said. I will get some posts up about that as soon as I possibly can to add more context. But point being that feminines, you have to trust your masculine to get through his side of the process. You have to hold space for him while he's working through it. And you need to focus on yourself in the meantime. And that is probably the best way to surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means letting go of trying to control everything and trusting. It means blind faith and trusting your masculine and trusting Spirit to get you guys there. So one of the easiest ways to do that is to allow yourself to be distracted with your life and with everything going on around you, to focus on your soul path, manifesting your dream life, learning how to utilize your gifts, going through your spiritual awakening process, and working on your inner healing, okay? So focus on that. Focus on making yourself happy and bringing your life to that state of success and recognition and accomplishment that you are happy with, so that you are not in a codependent way of feeling like you need your twin in order to be happy, okay? So Queen of Forces specifically, it's learning how to work with Spirit to manifest and create that successful, happy life. It's learning how to use your spiritual gifts. Queen of Scrolls, it's the expansion of that spiritual awakening, working through the ascension process, expansion of awareness and understanding of the higher perspective and how everything works from the spiritual perspective. And the Queen of Roses is that healing, doing that inner healing work, whether it's your inner child wounds from this lifetime, whether it's past lives and your own karmic cycles that need to be healed and released from past lives. Honestly, it's all of the above. And it's getting yourself to that state where you are completely ready for union yourself, because divine feminines often want to think that they're ready when they're not. Like you pretty much, divine feminines, everybody pretty much has something that they are still working on, even up to like the cusp of union. Okay. So, it's hard for us to see ourselves clearly. This is why it's hard for readers to read for themselves, because it's hard for us to see ourselves clearly. So continue to work on yourself and your healing and your happiness. Okay. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on your masculine so much. You can think about them. You can do healing work for them also. Just don't let them, consume your life. Trust Spirit. Your higher selves are guiding you both to that reunion and that reconnection exactly when and how it is meant to happen in divine timing. Everything is divinely timed and aligned and orchestrated by your higher selves and by your spirit team exactly how it needs to be. So just trust that, and trust that it will all come together and you will come into that divine sacred union. And it's guaranteed for twin flames, because twin flames are the ultimate soul marriage and the ultimate soul contract. There is nothing that can supersede or surpass twin flames. And, there's a good group, a good chunk there's 144,000 who are meant to come into union guaranteed in this lifetime. And there are more 144,000s who are meant to come into union in future lifetimes as well, because we are like integral in the ascension process for Earth. So it is going to happen. Trust it, believe it, and work with Spirit as best you can.